Hello there, Gustavo Gonzalez here. I am just making this video in order to achieve two main goals. I am practicing my English speaking, and I really want to share and to just give me a minute. I want to communicate with all the uh, people whom with all the people. Just give me a little bit of patience because I'm not English native speaker. I am trying to do my best, and I really want to reach more people in order to share my the knowledge that I had acquired, the knowledge that I have acquired throughout the years, suffering and living with a chronic disease. I just want to. I'm going to make a little back to my roots, back to the beginning of the days when this illness started. I am going to make a little. I am going to make a little count. I'm going to summarize how it all began. Okay, so I started to struggle uh, with repeated infections. These infections were related to my throat, my throat. They were throat infections, and um, uh, I remember recently I moved to Mexico City. I was living in a little town that this little town this little town it was 2 hours away from the city, the town where I lived. But before I moved to Mexico City, I was living in um, I was living in a very strong stress. There were personal issues in my life. I was living hard days, trying to accept myself and trying to um, I am trying to taking off in my professional life. So I decided to move to Mexico City with my grandparents, and all those movements involved a lot of stress. So when I moved to Mexico City, I applied to my first job, and I was like I was like systems in turn, and uh, I started to notice that I started to notice that the daily activities that I was performing in my job were activities unrelated to what I really wanted to do in my IT career. So I was living with this suppressed or repressed emotions, and at the same time, I was um, feeling that I just I wasn't making a real progress in my real and my personal life. In those days, I started um, to feel bad, and there were several symptoms related with a viral infection in my throat. But I remember I was um, I presented symptoms such as throat like sore throat, and I was having fever and several sore throat. I remember I didn't take any medication for that illness, but the symptoms that started at the beginning, they just started to um, showing up. They began to occur at night, but as the days were passing, as the days passed, I started to notice that the symptoms arose just when I was um, as the days passed. Um, I noticed that the symptoms arose when I smelled the odor coming from the city's trains. When um, when I arrived home, I just noticed that my throat began to hurt, and and during the night the symptoms were strong. It it The situation was the situation repeated itself over and over again for a month or more. So um, I was thinking that this uh, was happening due to my lack of due to my lack of habit to be living in the city, and that my body and that body was getting used to it. Uh, During the nights, I remember I was presenting fever, or I was having low grade fevers, and sweated a lot. I was sweated a lot. Just let me check if the pronunciation is correct. Oh, mm, okay. I was sweating a lot. I was sweating a lot. But after 2 months, around 2 months, I just one day, okay, on top of that, I was presenting like a sort of anxiety symptoms. And during the night, I remember once I remember I just woke up, and I was like hitting something. My arms and my hands were like trying to hit someone, but in this way, this mechanical, this automatic way. And I was feeling and living with a lot of stress, because I lived a traumatic experience in the college, because um, I experimented emotional pain because broke up because I break up with my best friend, and it was so painful. And so it added a lot of stress to all my current stress. I'm sorry. So um, after that episodes of sore throat, I think 2 months later, once one day, I just woke up, and all my body was so rigid. All my body was stiff. Okay. My body was stiff and full of pain. I wasn't able to walk. I wasn't able to I wasn't able to yeah, I remember I felt numb. All my fingers hurt. I had pain in all my fingers, and I think I was presenting several symptoms, and I didn't recognize my own body. So I began to look for this dark journey that if you are struggling with this illness, I am sure that that you are that you were looking for an answer to what you were feeling. But okay, this is the short not too short, but this back to the beginning. This is what happened. I think the most important part. And I started to upload videos in my YouTube channel to share and to show how my recovery process was. and I have been um, I have been um, living and experimenting sincere and a lot of improvements, but just sometimes I am suffering this kind of step backs. So these step backs were caused by this step backs happened occurred due to my job stress or personal life stress or different stressors that all you must know. But recently, I just have a viral infections due to the right now in Mexico City. We are in the winter season, and I got flu several times. I don't know if one of these was COVID or um, other viruses, but my limbic system um, was affected, I think, in some way. Right now, my brain is feeling numb and feeling like I am presenting this um, this neurological symptoms that mm, most of you should know, like this lack of memory. Right now, I am feeling this kind of dizziness. Sometimes my heart starts to beat so fast. This symptom is called heart rate. Just let me check. Um, this a change in heartbeats or change in the heart rhythm, and um I know that it's not a good idea to talk about the symptoms because your brain, like a 3-year-old child, it's like taking note and writing down that these symptoms are currently happening in your life and in your body. So, but just to mention some of these symptoms, I am just mentioning these symptoms, but we already should know that it's not good idea to share to give uh, or yeah to give details about the symptoms. So this video is just to mention that the process of recovery is not linear. Some weeks ago, I was exercising a lot. I was due to my improvements. I just was traveling. I was um, living a life without symptoms, but yeah, it was the ideal life because I wasn't. There weren't stressors, but when the stressors come, when the stressors come into my life, when the stressors started to appear in my life, the reactions started to appear. So this um, most of the people that is struggling with limbic system impairment, I'm sorry, with limbic system impairment should think, okay, what happened with this? The, the maybe you wonder why I'm not completely or why I'm not full recovery. Yeah, I am one of those that had thought that's the same, and I'm shared the frustration and this kind of this hard this hard this kind of this kind of discouraging thoughts I have thinking about that idea too. But it's important to mention here that the brain is plastic. So if you did this advanced one time, you are able to repeat it. You just have to invest effort and you have to be disciplined to reach the same point where you were the last weeks or the last months or the last year. You're just in talking in general. I have I had have I I have had good years and bad years. I have had good weeks and bad weeks, and I have had good days and bad days. Just don't try to be attached to the how you feel every day. You just have to. This is like an advice for all those of you. Well, you should to think that you are in control because you already know that with neuroplasticity based exercises and using Shin and Qigong and using visualization and using guided meditations and using journal speak, you are able to overcome and get rid of all those symptoms. This is what currently um, this is what I am doing currently. I'm currently, um, I am performing journal speak. I am performing my daily visualizations, and if there is time, if the time is enough, I am performing some a Shin and Qigong exercises. And just to end up this transmission, I just want to share with you that what triggered this outbreak, this flare up in me, was that I overdid it. I pushed myself too hard during exercise. I'm going to share with you those details. I started to present this the I began to experience dizziness 3 weeks ago after, mm, yeah, I began to experience dizziness after, yeah, um, after staying up late on weekends. I began to experience dizziness. After that, I was asked for I was asked I was asked to do a night shift at work because I am an IT consultant and I needed to implement some productive changes at night, and I just didn't sleep any I just didn't sleep, and I think it my brain reacts with inflammation. Yeah, so the dizziness got worse, and after that I um I tried to exercise. Then one day I just exercised a lot, and as I mentioned, I pushed myself too hard, and I go beyond my limit. And then the next day I was a mess. My I remember I was jumping on the bed because of nothing. And I was experiencing I was sensitive to the smallest stimuli, and them this I I didn't I don't remember that this happened previously. I had fever of over 38 degrees 2 days ago, and it was due to overdone. It was from overdoing um, physical effort. So right now my face shows like looks like if I am too tired, but it's normal. It's normal. I just wanted to encourage you to continue your way. You are going to see another. Okay, and on top of that, I started to have some intestinal problems like constipation, a little bit of that. But I just wanted to share this because for it's important for me to uh, to be clear with this. Nobody in my around me uh, could understand this. They are calling me all the time that I am people that is people that is that I am a person who tends to be sick all the time. But they are not aware that I am investing time and effort to be the best version of me. And I think you are in the same way. I am here to tell you that you are not alone, that we are in the same path. I don't know why we are living in this path or why we are working in this path, but I don't know if conscious or unconsciously we choose this path, but we are in this way. And I think the to making this journey is better when we are accompanied from one each other. So this is the reason I am here. And yeah, right now I'm going to practice the NRS, the dynamic neural retraining system, and yeah, and I am going to visualize a pretty scenes and beautiful scenes where I am symptoms free. And I am going to share with you, I think, every day this kind of this live broadcast, um, talking about my improvements or my step backs and why it didn't, what and why it did happen and why did they happen. Okay. And the reason they happened. Sorry. Just please be patient with my bad English. I swear this is going to improve throughout the days because, as you know, there are cognitive problems trying to memorize and when we are trying to think in your native language, in your mother language. And I think this is more difficult when you are trying to express yourself um, in another language. But it's not excuse. I'm just trying to tell you that despite your symptoms, you are able to do the things that you want to do. And I wanted to speak English and I want to learn new technologies. I want to do several things. And don't think about your illness like something that is limiting your life. You have to be strong and to be motivated. And this is the reason I am here. So um, I have to move to practice my vice. Just let me see. I am hesitating about the correct pronunciation of this. My visual, okay, my visualizations, my visualizations. Okay, I'm going to perform my visualizations, and I don't have nothing more to say. Have a good day, good night, and thanks for having me. Goodbye.